What's up, guys? My name is Sebastian Stratman. I hope you guys are having a great day and will continue having one. Yesterday, I got my G, and I'm working on it. There is so much fun about this car. I love it so much, and I can't wait to build it in front of you guys and just show you how much I love it. Just gonna give you a brief overview of how it looks now and just pretty much just when I first got it. Alrighty, so first things first, of course, you got all of this. The dash, the steering wheel was a little scrapped up, so I'm probably going to be replacing this bad boy. Definitely going to be replacing the screen. That's something that is definitely going to come way later in the future because those things are crazy expensive. But besides that, everything looks pretty good in here. The passenger seat doesn't have any rips, but unfortunately the driver one does. So I'll probably be getting some racing seats at some point. The passenger door does roll up and the driver door does roll up and down, but the passenger does not. Me and the previous owner tried to fix it, still haven't been able to figure anything out yet. So this is me starting her up. Alrighty, just going around the car now. The previous owner did give me a set of rims, which is pretty sick. I do love these rims. They are a little scratched up, so maybe later, I'll be getting some new ones, who knows. The brakes and rotors, the brake pads and rotors were replaced by the previous owner right before I got it. He did that for me, both front and rear, and I really appreciate that. He is actually a great guy. I'm always super scared about buying cars from people, but this guy made me really trust him. This one right over here, there's a little crack on the bumper. I guess the previous owner, the first owner, the previous owner just got a little close to something and busted this in. So eventually, of course, I'm gonna get a new bumper. Probably gonna get one that's gonna drop a little bit lower. So on the headlights, I of course want to get a restoration here. They're a little bit foggy. After I do that, I'm gonna debate on replacing these bad boys. There's not really a lot of aftermarket headlights for them, but I mean, these already look pretty great. Of course, this is the V6 3.5 liter, and I'm super excited about that. The twin intakes as well. That's of course what's going to happen. They're just the air filters for now. He does have aftermarket ones in there, but we're going to get some K&B, some nice air filters in there as soon as I get the chance. So there really is no dents, damage anywhere along the car, and I am so happy about that. The back of the car did have some stains in there, but I'm not too worried about those just because we do have a detailer over here at my dealership, so I can go ahead and send it over there. But I mean, she looks great. The previous owner did ahead and grabbed one of these for me. When he sent me photos, he didn't have one, but he knew what I was planning on doing with the car, so he went ahead and threw one on there for me. One of the first things I'm actually going to be doing is changing my turn signals, my turn signal lights to these LEDs. That's only going to cost me about 60 bucks, and it's going to update the car quite a bit. Alrighty, down here we have the CAT. When he drove it over here, he did pull a CAT code or a O2 sensor code for bank 1 sensor 2 when I read it. And then right after I replaced that bad boy, I got the sensor for bank 2 sensor 1, which is the big bad. But I was able to put it on there, and we're gonna get her going. I'm actually not driving her today just because I'm gonna be waiting on putting that fuel to air ratio sensor in there before I go kaboom. Besides that, there is a little bit of a shock leak up here. Not a super big deal. It is pretty small. Probably gonna have to replace the rack and pinion. Not gonna be a fan of that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. It's overall really great condition. I'm really happy with what I got. Speaking of great condition though, the AC doesn't work, which is one thing the previous owner didn't tell me about, which I wasn't super appreciative of. But yeah, the AC went out when I was driving it last night, and this morning has not gotten cold. So we did an AC recharge that sadly did not work, and are now going to be looking at replacing this. See if I can get up in there. This line right here. That little guy, if you guys can see it. It's leaking from the seal, so luckily it's only going to cost me like $45 to fix that. But it's just the little things. And then gotta Right now I'm actually at Mazda, that's where I work, but I'm gonna have to take this probably over to Infinity to see what's going on with the door. One of my technicians is gonna be looking at that for me to see if he can help me out with it, but if not, then it looks like I'm gonna be paying the hefty price of Infinity. Last thing is, this is not a problem at all. I mean, it's a little interesting because I got to do some wiring work, but there's no aux input on this vehicle. Of course, I'm going to be replacing the radio soon, so I wasn't going to worry about doing a huge setup here, but there's no aux, there's no Bluetooth either. It is actually an RCA. It does say aux right there, but that is a big fat lie. There is no aux port, and it is only RCA ports. So you're going to have to get something like this if you do own one of these cars in order to play any music before you swap out the infotainment. But anyway, guys, this is the first G35 video that I have, and I hope you guys liked the video. You know, I hope they're going to get better. I'm going to plan on doing a lot to this car, and I love it very much. And I'm not going to be doing any crazy modifications right at the start. Of course, I'm going to be doing preventative repairs. One other thing I didn't mention in the video is I'm going to be doing the timing chain, gallery gaskets, and water pump all within the next 2 months. So those are going to be some pretty big jobs, and I'm hoping to record in the middle of those. So you guys got something to look out there for. If you want to keep watching me, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and it'll also send you a notification of all my new G35 videos. And I hope you guys like it. Peace. Hey guys, it's in the future. I'm editing this video and I realized that I didn't even tell you why I named the car Gengar. The car is named Gengar because in the future, hopefully soon future, I'm going to be painting her all purple. As soon as a glossy purple. As soon as I do all the preventative maintenance, that's probably the first modification, even though it's not really a modification, that I'm going to do. And yeah, I mean, Gengar Part 1, everybody.